that all being said, Love Absolute is completely me in every way. What I look like, what I have on, what it sounds like, the whole thing. It is not influenced by a soul, but the person that I made it with, Kwame. And this is our third album together. And I don't mind us. We influence each other to do things, and that's one that I gladly accept, and it's not something that I would not do. So totally different in that way. So just as a person, as like as a woman, my perspective on life and love and growth and all that, I'm completely different than 2000. Well, let's say 2000, 2001, because that's when I was making the album. And to now, it's like it's just all so different. It's just also, I would never put something on that I didn't want to wear. Now.
Let me.
That would never happen. I would never put a red flower in my hair because I know I don't wear red flowers in my hair.
So first off, I want to give a shout out to the boy genius, Kwame.
Yay.
We had him on our show about 10 years ago when he was working, I think, with Talib Kweli. So shouts to Kwame. We're friends on Facebook. We interact on occasion. So hopefully I'll bring him back sometime in the near future. But
interviews, he would come back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you were saying that you two started working together with your fifth album, Vivid.
Yeah.
And I almost see it. It was like a cocoon transforming into a butterfly.
Yeah. Kwame is really, he's just a very talented person. He's one of the most talented people I know. And not just for music, he's just like one of these all around creative people. Like, I don't know. I don't have that much talent.
Stop lying.
No, like like someone that's just all around creative and like in every single thing they do. Like I'm really honestly not that person. I don't get up in the morning and think of like the fly outfit I'm going to put on today, or then like just draw a portrait before breakfast. Like I'm just, and then make a song. Like that's Kwame. That's not me. So he's just this burst of creativity, and it's really it's fantastic, the things that we've done together, the places that I've gone musically that I would have never thought to go, that I was totally into it and trying it out, just to see what would happen, and even like there definitely have been some things where I'm like, yeah, I don't think my fans are gonna like that because my fans are super fickle. And I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna like that, Kwame. I've done a lot of between Vivian, my second album, and Vivid. I've done a lot of things that I definitely like, but that I know, just from that first album experience, my fans are just fickle with certain things, and
right.
And I'm like, I don't know. This is like Get Right Back to My Baby. And I'm like, I don't know if my fans are gonna like that. But we'll see if they do. And he's like, I know people are gonna love it because it's just an urgent record. And sometimes people love music, will love a song, and don't even care who it is until after the fact. But the song just makes them kind of bop like out the gate. And he's into like urgent records like that. Like I want to make something that it doesn't matter who's singing it. They can find that out later, but I'm gonna grab them first with this music and this song. And I never thought in that, in that pattern, and he thinks like that. And I think things like that, those kinds of differences between us just really allow us to work really fantastically together. And Get Right Back to My Baby was my highest performing single since Gotta Go Gotta Leave.
Well, I think
went to number one, and Get Right Back to My Baby was the, that's like years later, almost 10 years later. So we worked really great together, and that's why Love Absolute is our third album together, because if it ain't broke,
don't fix it. Because I wanted to make one quick point about Get Right Back to My Baby. I have a bone to pick, and that's the fact that the slow version, the Lovers remix, is hard to find, and it's amazing.
Like, so you heard that?
Yeah, I heard it on Sirius XM on Kwame Kelly's show.
I don't even think I knew came and played it. Oh wow, yeah. You know what? We were trying to do a version for like all of my singles up until that point were ballads, and so certain radio slots, like shows, were like, well, we love Vivian, but the record's too fast,
Right.
A lot of UAC programming, there's not a lot of up tempo, like true up tempo songs on there. And so it kind of became a problem a little bit in the beginning with radio, like trying to get them to budge. And so we were like, well, let's make something that Keith Sweat can play on his Quiet Storm, and that, you know, that people can play. And so that's why we did that. But then the up-tempo version just ended up taking off, and then people didn't really use it. So so I think that's why we don't hear it that much, and why not too many people have it, because they just ended up going with the fast version at the end of the day. So, which was cool. So
Okay, cool. So yeah, let's get into Love Absolute. So
yeah,
couple standouts that I want you to kind of delve into.
yeah.
Obviously, You Send Me. You was going places on You Send Me. To the Milky Way, to the moon, to the stars. It had to have been a better ride than a roller coaster, huh?
Oh yes, for sure. For sure. Well, you know, You Send Me is the first instant grat track that we released leading up to the release of the album. So it's the first song people heard from Love Absolute, and people just took to it. Like, so many great playlists just took to it and just loved it. And so it's really been great how it's been received. But when I wrote it, oh, I didn't tell you. So Love Absolute, I wrote most of Love Absolute at the piano. So this is
Uh-huh.
what makes this project different from any other album I've made, honestly.